Trey, really quickly. Obviously, here domestically, there is an inertia toward finding some sort of a solution to this. I'm curious what your experience has been in Israel. Do you get the same sense that they want hostilities to end, or is your sense that the government there in particular wants to keep this going as long as it takes to squelch this regime completely?
I've been talking with Israeli officials who indicate that Israel wants a deal, but they want the right deal. They want a deal that would ultimately ensure that Iran cannot threaten their country with a nuclear bomb. But also, you have other issues on the table that are concerning to Israel, and this is something that Israeli officials are watching very closely. It's not just the nuclear program the Israelis are concerned about. They're also concerned about Iran's expanding ballistic missile program that we saw on display earlier this year during Operation Epic Fury, soaring through the skies of this country and killing nearly 24 people. Also, Iran's support of regional proxies like Hamas, the Houthis in Yemen, and also Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. And so this is a multifaceted issue for the Israelis, and while they are hopeful about the possibility of a negotiated settlement that would ensure their country is not going to come under future attack from Iran, they're also prepared for the possibility that this negotiation doesn't happen. We should also note, reports indicate over the weekend that the Qatari Prime Minister was in Miami, meeting with Secretary of State Rubio and Special Envoy Witkoff to try and determine if there are other things that can be done to push this agreement across the finish line. But again, if that doesn't happen, we are looking at a scenario where likely there will be more military activity across the region.
Yeah, well, that, of course, Trey, is the complication of going into a war like this with a partner, because just naturally you're going to have different goals. President Trump, of course, wants to do, as you said, make sure that they don't have a nuclear weapon, but he also has domestic issues he needs to take care of ahead of the midterm election, which is clearly very important. And then you have Israel, who has much longer term goals, and some people have some sources I've had have said that they have killed more Iranian leaders than probably we should have, in terms of leaving hardliners in place and having killed some moderates, which makes it more difficult to negotiate. So there's that complication. I want to talk about another complication, which is China. So we have this trip coming up with China, and the president wants to be as strong as possible going into this visit. Here is Secretary Rubio talking about China's relationship with Iran. Watch.
I'm not here to speak on behalf of what's in the best interest of China, but it's obvious. China is an export-driven economy. That means they depend on other countries to buy from them. Well, you can't buy from them if you can't ship it there, and you can't buy from them if your economy is being destroyed by what Iran is doing. So it is in China's interest that Iran stop closing the straits. It's harming China as well.
So where is China on this? They're clearly an ally with Iran, but they're getting hurt by this as well because of the oil.